Gentlemen, Bowmaster619 here. On the road, as usual. And something just kind of came to me at work. And I figured, you know what? This is something that should be shared. And that, as the title suggests, is the power of inflection. And simply put, that is how you say something, at least in the context that I am speaking of. And it's just the general ideology that you can take something very simple and innocent, and simply by how you are talking about it, the inflection you put upon it, makes it sound like it is something very dirty and risque and something that is nowhere near kid-friendly. Hello, Russ. Nice to see you here. Can't stay, brother. Saw you live. Drive safely and dominate this live stream. Will do, Philip. Glad you were able to at least pop in and say hi. Okay, either that guy is going hunting or he's trying to make sure he doesn't get his butt run over. His entire upper half is covered in fluorescent orange. Have a great weekend. You as well, my friend. So, yeah, that's all I was kind of leading towards in this. I mean, you could take this in almost any way you see fit. And that is precisely what I'm getting at in regards to inflection. You can take something, like the example I used, is something as simple as a fork and a knife. And simply by how you say what it is, can make people stop and just go, what is this guy talking about? And that's one thing that I excel at doing. Whether on purpose or not, more often than not, a lot of things that I say get taken the wrong way. And that can be both good and bad. It can be very amusing at times when something winds up getting taken as totally perverse, when in reality I wasn't even going near that subject, and people are just like, so simply put, be careful how you emphasize things. It could get you in trouble. It could very easily get you in trouble. I have too much fun with this. So, possibly later this weekend, maybe on either Sunday or Monday, I may go ahead and put a video together where I do a quick review of the new stoves that I have purchased. One is the Solo Stove Titan, which is what was featured in my last live stream, which that one was kind of all over the place, honestly, so it's definitely not one that I'm the happiest with, just with how it turned out, but I still think it turned out better than the one I did with my homemade alcohol stove, where it looked like the table was on fire, which it almost was. But essentially, not even essentially, I'm just adding in too many words here to try and make myself sound more intelligent. I've got the Titan, which I'll be doing a much more in-depth review of, and I've also got a little alcohol stove, which I'm pretty sure is similar to the Trangia alcohol stove. It's its own self-contained unit. It's got a twist top on it that you can actually fill the stove with alcohol and then put the top on it, and it will keep that alcohol sealed inside, so you don't necessarily have to worry about carrying, extra bottles along with you. I mean, it's always good to carry a little extra fuel for alcohol, because depending on what kind of a stove you have, it can burn through fairly quickly, and it also depends on what kind of alcohol you're using. But it also comes with I was about to say stopper, but it's not really a stopper. It's more just kind of like a loose cap that you can use to just put on top of the stove and put it out. Kind of like those old candle snuffers you see like at flea markets, antique stores, and that you sometimes see in old cartoons. You know, the little cone-shaped thing looks kind of like an old bedtime cap, kind of like a Santa Claus hat. It's similar to that, simply by you put that on top of the stove and it puts the fire out without you having to try and touch it or anything of that sort, because obviously alcohol burns very hot. But the nice thing is, the way they designed it is that the alcohol stove fits very well inside either the Solo Stove Lite or the Solo Stove Titan. So you could bring both stoves and then simply use the Titan or Lite as a pot holder for the alcohol stove without having to bring something extra as a pot holder for the stove itself, which is definitely nice. And so, of course, that way it makes it to where if you happen to run out of alcohol for the alcohol stove, then you can just go ahead and use the Titan or the Lite as the gasifier stove that it was designed to be in the first place, which is definitely a bonus, in my opinion, that you're able to keep two different ones there. Hello, Make It Wayne. Nice to see you here. Basically, it's just nice to have two different fuel sources that you can use. Want to make sure you can actually see my fingers here instead of just one. Perception. And I still need to get my last few Spirit Saturdays videos taken care of. Because I've got one that is almost ready. It just needs a tiny bit of finalized editing, and then I just need to upload the doggone thing. And then I've got another three ready to go. I mean, technically speaking, right now I've got 4 of them that are recorded that just need editing that I can get uploaded. As far as future videos go for that, I have 9 different spirits to taste, to do reviews of, that will be future videos. So, I've got plenty of stuff in the works. I just need to get my big butt moving and actually taking it care of. Other than that, I hope everyone out there had a very Merry Christmas, if of course you do celebrate Christmas out there. So, a belated Merry Christmas to everyone, a very happy holidays to encompass all the other holidays that happen to be of this exact same time frame. And I might possibly do a New Year's Eve live stream as well. I'm sure there's quite a few of you. I died halfway through that sentence. I'm sure there's probably quite a few of you out there that may very well be doing live streams as well on New Year's. So, we'll see how that goes. I typically don't usually stay up till midnight like other people do, just because I've done it a couple times, and now that I'm an adult and actually have a job, it doesn't make terribly much sense to stay up that late. Though I could get away with it this time because after. Ooh. Maybe I'll go ahead and do a Spirit Saturdays live stream for New Year's. I mean, obviously it's not going to be an actual Saturday because New Year's is not on Saturday, it's on a Sunday. But maybe I'll go ahead and do a spirit tasting live stream on New Year's Eve. Let me know if you guys would enjoy seeing that or not. Either comment now or leave it down in the comments below once this live stream is over. And I am actually getting close to my delivery, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up from here. So thank you all so much for watching. As always, make sure you be careful about how you emphasize what it is you're saying, or some people might just take it the wrong way. And that could be very good or very, very bad. And stay tuned, of course, for the reviews of the 2 stoves I purchased, as well as more Spirit Saturdays episodes. And until next time, as always, drive safe, stay safe, never stop learning, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.